The gin and tonic is a great cocktail to experiment with. I'm Brian Johnson, and in this episode of Better Cocktails at Home, we're making the Garden Gin and Tonic. Now this kind of takes the base of a gin and tonic and kind of builds on that with some fresh herbs and yeah, kind of a cool little variation on it. So you can serve this in like a nice big rocks glass, just something with a decent amount of volume. To this, I start with a wedge of lemon, not real big, just kind of get the juice in there and drop that in. Same with a wedge of lime, you know, don't need a ton of juice, but just enough to kind of give it some of that citrus flavor. Drop that in there. And then I add to this is a fresh out of my garden, rosemary here. I'm using some fresh sage right here, and I also have some lavender. So, you know, there's a lot of different combinations I think of herbs that would really work well. If you only have one of these, it still works well, but I like to have kind of a variety. I'm just kind of roll them a little bit, just kind of get the oils going, and then I drop them right in. And then I'll take my bar spoon and just kind of work them around a little bit, get them coated in the citrus, get some of those oils up on the glass. Just kind of work it around, and you're gonna, once you start doing this, you're just gonna get that huge blast of aromatics from it, and it smells great. So here I'll throw my ice in. All right. Now we're gonna add our gin. I'm using Tanqueray here. A lot of different gins would work with this, and I do 2 ounces of gin. And add that right in. Now from here, the next part comes the tonic of the gin and tonic. And I'm using Q tonic here. There's quite a few different tonics out there, and they do taste differently. So I would, you know, get a couple, try different ones and see which ones you prefer and like. I want about 4 ounces of this. And add that in. And then from there, I'll just give it a stir, just kind of incorporate it. And that's it. Let's give it a try. You get, you know, obviously the gin. You definitely get the tonic, that kind of the quinine, a little bit of that bitterness. And then you definitely get the aromatics from the herbs you put in there. And obviously, like, you can play with it. I kind of did these because I had them, and so I think it kind of just a nice bouquet. But these you can sip on all summer long. They're delicious. You get a little bit of citrus flavor. But I think what, you know, been making like this, you know, the garden gin and tonic, as I call this, you know, gin and tonic is a really basic drink, but I think gives you a lot of jumping off points, different directions you can take it, different kind of herbs you can add in, different kind of ingredients, different like little liqueurs as flavoring agents. A lot of different things you can do with it. So that's one of the reasons I love the gin and tonic. But that's how you make the garden gin and tonic.